By the time I rushed to get off the train, so I grabbed my backpack, grabbed my phone, get off the train, and by that time the guy is back on the train and the door is closed, and I watched the train pull away, and I was like, oh man. Then I thought about it. Today's leaving day.
Today's leave day?
Today's leave day. We're almost at the airport. Kind of sad.
Are you?
I really am kind of sad. I don't know if you believe me or not, but I am kind of sad.
I noticed like 10 minutes ago that when you looked at me and like, you can call. That's why I was like, yeah, maybe she is going to miss me a little bit.
I will miss you. So, we're heading to the airport for me to catch my flight that leaves in an hour. Well, it boards in an hour, but, you know, thank goodness for TSA pre-check. Yeah, we're going to get this thing going.
No, you're going to get this thing going.
All right, airport is pretty quiet this morning, so I hope TSA pre-check will be as well. So, let's head on up and get ready for our flight. I never finished up the day yesterday. I spent so much time just hanging out with my friends and enjoying my friends. I didn't realize I didn't finish up the vlog yesterday. So I am going to give you a quick story time on this solo travel momcation. Okay, yesterday, the first thing that happened was heading to the airport. So I think I explained to you guys that I got alerted. So basically what happened was I went through the line and went through the scanner. They told me you got to go back and go through the full body scan. So I did a full body scan, and basically the TSA agent was like, hey, you alerted, so I have to give you a full pat down. So I'm like, girl, what? What do you mean I alerted? She was like, yeah. She was like, so I have to give you a full pat down. She showed me the screen. She was like, this is where you alerted. So my watch was yellow and my crotch area was red. So she's looking at me, she's like, I have to give you a full pat down. Do you want to do it in a private area or do you want to do it here? I was like, well, there's nothing, I don't have anything, like, and maybe I went into too much detail because I was just so shocked, but I was just like, I don't have anything. So I was like, well, we can do it here because I don't have to want to have to go in another room and wait for you to have to bring somebody in to watch us do the pat down. Let's just do it right here. That way I can get it over and make my flight. So she proceeds to give me a very intense full pat down, and yeah. I was like, okay. She was like, well, I just had to check. I was like, I understand you doing your job, moved on. Okay, count that up. So that was weird. I just had my first official pat down. Apparently I had a high alert on my crotch area. That was weird, but nothing was there. So yeah, go ahead and head to my gate. But I did pre-order some Starbucks before I checked in, so I'm gonna go pick up my Starbucks, and now I'm going to my gate. And here's Starbucks. To Miami, because I flew into Miami and my friend lives in Hollywood. Well, I got the best price for the flight to fly into Miami rather than flying into Fort Lauderdale. So I was like, okay, I'm going to catch an Uber or Lyft. Well, for some reason the prices for Uber and Lyft were super crazy. I think the Uber and Lyft were going between $55 and $60, and that's just for like regular. That wasn't for Excel, that wasn't for anything like that. So I was like, well, let me see how much Brightline is. I've always wanted to try the Brightline train. So I officially landed. I am in Miami. Excited to be here, and I am headed to see my friend Cheryl. Now, the good thing about this is I was going to try to catch a Lyft to her place, but The lift was $50. So I checked Brightline, and Brightline is actually $49. So I'm going to take the Brightline for the first time. So I will give you guys more detail. I'm just going to try to make my way to the Brightline station. So see you in a bit. Okay, so I've made my way to the Brightline station here in Miami, and I'm about to go inside. My train leaves in about, well, it leaves in about 20 minutes, so I'm gonna go ahead inside and try to find where I need to go and get settled in to get ready to board my train. So walking into Miami station, they do have like a big billboard here, and you guys just missed it. I'll see if I can pull it back up, but they were advertising the Princess Cruise connection that they're doing now. So you can now catch on your Princess Cruise, you can catch Brightline, and they will connect you. Not only can you catch Brightline, they will actually take your luggage all the way to your cabin, so you won't have to touch your luggage again until you get to your cabin. I think that's pretty cool. All right, so although I did have the option to check my bag with Premier, I did not need to. With Premier, you get two free items, so you don't have to check it. So I am going to go ahead and head up and get ready to board the train. Premium Lounge. So we did have some breakfast items here in the Premium Lounge, but I got here a little too late to get it, so I am going to grab a muffin and maybe a yogurt and head to the train. I wish I had gotten here in more time, but it took so long to get an Uber. But I'm absolutely loving this. This is a great option for travel. I wish North Carolina had something like this, but they don't. So you get what you get, you know? We are headed to Coach 1. I looked at Brightline and I could get a premium class seat for $39. That included 2 checked luggages, that included any kind of drinks you want. You got a snack, so you got to choose between hummus or prosciutto, different stuff. Plus you can bring your carry-on. So I was like, let's try premium out. So I got premium, I tried it out, and I was like, I really like this. So now check out the premium seating here. Okay, so let's talk about this seat. It is nice and roomy. I have a plug, I'll kind of show you guys, and a table tray and a swallow tray for like a cell phone if you want something like that, and a window seat. And it's just me, so it's just one side of the train. I don't have anybody with me, so yeah. Let me show you guys what I am sitting in.
Thank you for choosing Brightline and enjoy the ride.
Okay, so now that I've shown you that, let me tell you what happened. So from that point, it was maybe about 15 minutes into the ride where an announcement came on, and it says, Next stop is Aventura. So I was like, oh, I think this is my stop, but let me just double check the message that my friend sent me. So I double checked the message, and they were like, yes, Aventura is your spot. So I was like, okay, cool, let me prepare myself to get off, because they kept saying this is going to be a quick stop, fast turnaround. Okay, cool. So I prepared myself to get off the train, and in the midst of getting up, I spilled my orange juice. Yeah, spilled it. So I was like, okay, scrambling. The guy that was servicing the car at that moment, I don't know what happened, but he just disappeared. So I'm trying to get his attention. So I walked towards to let him know that I spilled something. I needed some more napkins to clean the area up. In the meantime, I head towards the door, and it was like 5 people that just all of a sudden boarded the train. So there were somebody in a wheelchair, somebody had a walker, and there was like people with them. So then I was like, okay, I'll go the other way. So I turned around and go the other way, and the lady that was supposed to be sitting in my seat was standing behind me. So I was like, okay. So I'm like, I'm sorry, I'm trying to get somebody to clean it up. Let me go get somebody to clean it up. Well, by the time I rushed to get off the train. So I grabbed my backpack, grabbed my phone, get off the train, and by that time, the guy is back on the train and the door is closed. And I watched the train pull away, and I was like, oh man. Then I thought about it. I left my luggage. I left my luggage on the train. Y'all, you talking about somebody's heart sinking in the bottom of their stomach. So basically, there's a overhead shelf. If there was a luggage rack in the back of the train where I got on, in the back of the car where I got on. It was full, so I took my luggage with me and I put it in the overhead. I forgot it. I just left it. So I'm like, I don't know what to do. I talked to the security guard. He was like, you have to talk to the station manager. So I'm talking to the station manager, and she's basically like, she's on the phone, but she was like, come with me. So I followed her back down to the waiting area, and she's like, okay, so I'm gonna try to contact the train and see if they can put it off in the next stop, which would have been Fort Lauderdale. Well, 15 minutes had already transpired, so I'm like, I don't know if she's going to get them in time, but she was like, I'm going to keep trying, I don't have an answer yet. Well, an hour goes by. I'm like, dude, I'm still sitting here, which is fine, it's my fault. I'm not blaming anybody at the station. It's my fault, I left it. And an hour goes by, and she's like, I'm still waiting for a response. I'm like, okay, well, my luggage is either on its way to West Palm Beach or it's in Orlando at this point. So she was like, okay, about 15 minutes. She was like, I finally got somebody on the phone, and they said they took it off in Fort Lauderdale and it's on its way back. That train should be here in a couple of minutes. I was like, oh, okay, cool. So I'm sitting here waiting for the train, and I had the train arrive. She's like, I'm going to get your luggage now. Awesome. I hear over the walkie-talkie about 5 minutes later, and there was another lady that just kept walking by. She's like, are you okay? I was like, yeah, I left my luggage. So I hear her walkie-talkie go off. And over the walkie-talkie is a station manager. She says, there's a lady there, she has a white top, she has black pants, and I think she has locks. She was like, yeah, I've talked to her. She said, yeah, they didn't take her luggage off the train, so it's going to be another hour before her luggage gets here, because her luggage is coming back from West Palm Beach. Bro, this could not have happened to anybody else but me. Like, this is the story of my life. Okay, that's fine. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to head over to Cheryl's house. We're going to go grab something to eat. I will come back and get this luggage. It's no big deal. She's like, okay, that's great. That'll give us time. She's like, it's protected. It's in good hands. We promise you we're going to get your luggage back today. Just come back in a couple hours. I'm like, okay, cool. So we go hang out. We have something to eat. Our other friend, Carlene, was in town. She was at the Clear 360 convention. So she was in town. And I was like, awesome. This is amazing. I'm hanging out with my friends. I'm like, I gotta go back and get my luggage. So I head back to the Brightline station at around 5:30, and my luggage was there, but had just gotten there. Apparently my luggage had went all the way to West Palm Beach. It did not come back on that Fort Lauderdale train, and they had just gotten it back maybe about 30 minutes before I got there. All was not lost. I did get my luggage back. So this is a cautionary tale to just make sure that you are aware of your surroundings. Even though something happens, just don't panic. Like, something small happened and I panicked. It could have been a worse situation. If I had been on Amtrak, my luggage, I just probably wouldn't have gotten it back for a few days if I got it back at all. Good thing Brightline is a control station. The staff did everything they could to help me. They made sure that my luggage was taken care of, you know, and I don't blame anybody for like how long it took to get a luggage back, because it was something that I did. So yeah, I was like, okay, you know, so if anything like this ever happens to you, let this story time be a lesson to just kind of be patient, talk to the right people, be nice and courteous, because I could have had an attitude. I could have talked crazy when it wasn't where they said it was, but I was patient and I just understood. Now, the only thing I will be concerned about is if you are riding Brightline to make your connection for a cruise, something like that, you can check your luggage, but you just need to be aware of what you need to do to prepare yourself to get off that train. So make sure you have everything, make sure you have an account for everything, take your time, write a checklist, set a notification, reminder your phone, anything you got to do. Brightline is now partnering with cruise lines like Princess and Cunard and others to actually take your luggage for you from the train to the ship and put it in your cabinet, which is a good thing. So it'll keep you from losing it. So this is just a cautionary tale of what would happen if you leave your luggage on a Brightline train. This is my story. Now that that is finished, I am going to say goodbye to you guys here. But if you get a chance, please make sure you like, comment, and subscribe on the video. Share with me if you've ever had any travel incidents on your solo travels, or if you are an aspiring solo traveler, what are some of the things that you are looking for, tips, trips, and ideas that you are looking for in order to make your travel a little less hectic. But in the meantime, in between time, we will see you guys on the next vlog. Bye, fam.
Hey, Bon, how much time I got? Look.
Good morning from Hollywood, Florida. My name is Siobhan, and this is day 2 of my mom vacation solo travel. I'm at the Yellow Green Farmers Market on Sheridan in Hollywood, Florida. So let's go check it out. Right now, I am headed over to the art walk, but I'm gonna go out on my own and see if I can make this thing happen.